If you've watched this show for a while, you know I like to collect toys and action figures from my youth. My absolute favorite are Power Rangers toys, specifically from the 1993 to 1995 line. Power Rangers was such a cultural phenomenon that it's difficult to accurately describe how big a deal it was at the time. The demand was so high for these figures that stores had a really difficult time keeping them in stock. Going to Toys R Us right after a restock was one of the best feelings in the world. You knew you were getting some fresh Rangers. Speaking of Toys R Us, not a single day goes by that I don't miss it. And don't tell me that Toys R Us still exists in Macy's. That is a broken reflection of what once was. My local Toys R Us was converted into a storage facility. The inhumanity. Anyways, let's get to the point of this video. I'll be talking about and showing off some of my favorite toys. We'll also go over some of the weirder Power Rangers stuff, including bootleg toys. This may end up being all over the place, but it's my show, so deal with it. The first Power Rangers toys came out in 1993. These were larger 8-inch figures and were released in these triangular boxes.
It's the mighty Morphin Power Rangers, teenage defenders of Earth.
I have all of the original Rangers from this set, but none of them are in the box. These actually don't go for that much, at least compared to some of the other toys on this list. There would be more versions of these toys to come out in the following years, including karate chopping action figures and talking figures.
Rangers, power up! Totally stylish!
The evil space aliens were all the bad guys. Like the Rangers, the original line of these were released as 8-inch figures. Most of these aren't worth a ton, and I only have one. I'd love to add more to my collection eventually.
Oh yeah? No one can stop us. Just let them try.
By far, my favorite toy line ever is the original Power Ranger flip heads. These 5-inch figures were released in 1994 and are probably among the best-selling toys of all time. I refer to them as flip heads, but the official term is Automorphin. This is simply because they morph. Some of these can fetch high-ish prices. I have the complete original line both boxed and loose. There was a second series of these that came out in 1995, and those go for a lot more money. I don't have those ones, but maybe someday.
This is Zordon. It's transforming time.
It's transforming time? He never said that in the show. It was it's morphin' time. The Zords were always highly sought after for kids, but sadly they were pretty expensive, and not all of us had too many. I did have the White Tiger Zord as a kid, and I did a whole segment on that in one of our Christmas videos a few years back, so check that out. I always wanted the full Megazord, but again, it was expensive at the time. I have some newer versions of it, but I'd like to get the original at some point. Another one I have that I really like is the Red Dragon Zord.
You must morph into Thunder Zord Warrior mode immediately. In Warrior mode, you'll be practically indestructible. But be careful. My sensors indicate that danger is close by.
Aw, these guys are pushovers!
When the Power Rangers movie came out in 1995, there were, of course, a bunch of toy tie-ins. You could probably even argue that selling toys was a big reason for the movie's existence. But I do actually really like the movie. McDonald's had special Power Ranger movie toys with the Rangers sitting in their Zords. These were not Happy Meal toys. You had to buy them separately. For some reason that made them feel more important than regular old Happy Meal toys. I have all of these and they're fairly affordable on eBay these days. I really want the Ivan Ooze action figure that came out with the movie, but it is way too expensive at this point. So you know, if you have one, Send it to me.
Losers are losers!
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Bandai. The power is on.
Let's get into some of the more strange items. It seemed like marketing for Power Rangers thought of everything. They had sneaker toppers, rings with the characters' faces on them, wristwatches, stencils, coloring books, party favors, and this weird electronic room defender. You would put this on your door and it would talk and warn people to stay out of your room. What a strange concept.
Get the Power Ranger Room Defender, a motion detector that scares off the bad guys.
Stand back! This room is protected by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Thus saving the world.
Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers gloves, TV projector lamp, and room defender sold separately from Happiness Express.
I actually had a similar idea to this at one point.
Hey Frank, look, I really need to get into Ian's room.
Warning! Intruder!
Well, could you keep it down?
Warning! Intruder!
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah. Hey, anytime!
They also made smaller 3-inch figures. I love these because they made Bulk and Skull. So awesome. With these toys being such a big success, there were obviously attempts to cash in from some less reputable companies. I'm talking about bootleg Power Ranger toys. One of the most famous bootlegs is all over the internet. The Sense of Right Alliance. At first, I didn't even believe this was real. I mean, just look at it. You've got Lightning McQueen, or some car from the movie Cars, a Power Ranger, Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man, and then Shrek thrown in for good measure. You used to be able to find these knockoffs at dollar stores all the time. Every now and then you still can. I have a few of them myself. Like this one from Family Dollar, Power Force. A set so cheap that the figures are literally falling apart inside the packaging. Then there's this rip-off White Ranger, 5 Stars Battle Group. 5 Stars Battle Group? What does that mean? If I had to say, I would give this battle group 5 stars. Here's a little music video I made on TikTok a while ago.
Go, go, Bootleg Rangers! Go, go, Bootleg Rangers! You Family Dollar Bootleg Rangers!
By the way, TikTok is stupid and I don't have one anymore, so don't go looking for me on there. One last thing I want to show off before we go is the Power Dome. This was a holy grail type toy for a lot of kids, and it goes for a good amount these days. I never had it as a kid, but I do now. Maybe there are perks to growing up. Well, I'm not exactly sure what this video ended up being. It was originally supposed to be more of a history of Power Rangers toys, but it turned into me just kind of talking about toys that I like. And I guess that's okay too. See you later.
Ian thinks he's so clever. We'll see how clever he is when I sell all his precious Power Rangers on eBay.